Hasn't quite reached its full potential through the injuries and illness in the K1, but has obviously the gold medal for the Olympics in the K4. Roy Rodriguez, he's young, but he actually, you can see in the new Cinque boat with an inverse bow there, he actually put forward a good performance yesterday and won his heat and came straight through. The way they actually had it yesterday was there were 3 heats and only the winner went through straight away to the final. Vancouveren and Pimenta were the others going straight through, so perhaps they were a little bit on the racing, a little bit less. Pimenta obviously has an Olympic silver medal, but that's in the K2 from London. Vancouveren, what can you say about Adam? Well, he's obviously one of the legends of the sport. Has been around for many, many years. Athens Olympics, Beijing Olympics, London Olympics, picked up medals in all of those. And he had he's a very, very busy chap. He had a bit of a media exposure in 2013, doing other things as well. But it's interesting to see how he comes back to form. Cyril Carré, 28-year-old fireman, part-time fireman from Auxerre in France. He's a couple of years ago he managed to get into the finals. And it was a good deal. Last year he was 4th in the Worlds and he was 4th in the Europeans recently. So he's now looking for podiums. Murray Stewart, as we said, K4 1000. He's done that with the gold medal. And the K1, he's seeing how he can step up. He looks extraordinarily fit and healthy at the moment, so that might be something in his favour. Martin McDowell switches coaches. He's 28, but been around for a while, but now he's with Gordon Walker, so that's the same trainer as Lisa Carrington. He made the final, which is great news, so he's in a little cell there, and it's packed with interesting athletes, and they're off. Now we often see Adam coming out fast, and it looks like Kubelos also from Spain is looking to do something here. He has some good finishes in the last couple of years.
A very high stroke rate with this tailwind. Everyone's really going for it up the line, trying to get out fast.
So this is going to take a little bit less time than the C1 1,000 meters. But here's Adam. Everyone says he has the classic style. Interesting enough, he's not using the Cinque boat, but I don't know. We'll have to ask him what's his actually Cinque boat. Rather, you have to actually what's his deal on there. I'm sure we're going to have a chat with him the next day or so. A word goes out to Angus Mortimer, who hope everything's going well. Look forward to seeing you on the water fairly soon from Canada as well. Let's see how they're starting at the moment. It looks like Murray Stewart's gone out quickly.
Yeah, the Cinques are a very interesting design.
We see them just approaching the early section. Again, their tactics will be similar to C1, where they pretty much put down the pace at the start and then they try and keep it going.
Yeah, this race is very spread out across the course. Looks like the right side of the course is going very fast and the left side is kind of hanging back, waiting for the finish.
Well, the flag's just in front of us. It looks like a little red flag you can see just in front of the water. It looks like it's a clear tailwind at the moment.
Yeah, it is definitely a straight tailwind. Very strong tailwind too.
And let's look at the bottom of your picture. There's Bill Bain, who is in a 4 line, so 2 Australians, a Canadian, and obviously Spain's still in it as well. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Australia, because clearly the #1 man in the Winter Series, he's won pretty much most of the events in the Australian trials, is Murray Stewart. But Bill Bain, obviously very, very young, is a giant guy, but he's still growing.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see what happens. He had a bit of a tough lane draw yesterday, because the wind was a real cross draw and he was in lane number 8. But today, if it's just a tailwind, everything should be coming more in his favour. As you see there, Roy Rodriguez in the actual picture.
Yeah, Roy looks very comfortable. He looks like he's just out in front doing his own thing. He's not worried about too much.
Only 20 years old, so he's the pup in this actual situation, this race. There's Fernando Pimenta. Look at 250 meters. It looks like he's starting to make a charge. Last year, he was just behind Max Hoff, who's not competing, and Rennie Holton-Pulser, who's not competing at the moment. But he was very much in there at the moment. He's pulled out half a boat lead, half a boat length. Rather.
Hometown boy looks like he's really going for it. It's a pretty impressive middle pickup there.
Well, he's nearly pulling out a full boat length. Who's going to be able to keep up with him?
Looks like Adam might be pulling up a little bit.
In lane number 6, just the bottom one. But Murray Stewart, in the bottom of your picture, you can see, is still in the actual, in the picture with Cyril Carré in the blue boat also. Looks like he could do something, and it looks like at the top of the picture, Sanchez is not completely out of it yet, but the cameras are looking at Pimenta, who's coming across the line, and he's going to take a great victory. Really close for second, though. It's going to be either lane number 7, which is Maurice Stewart, or lane number 1, which is Francisco Sanchez.
Did look like it was Spain to me, but that's very unofficial.
Well, that's what the locals want to see. He's probably had a little bit of pressure. If you get into the VIP lounge here, there's the actual there's the K2 boat where they medalled in the London Olympics there. So it's very much
amazing.
a case of watching it there. Well, that's it's good to show that he's managed to bring forward the form that he had last year.
Yeah, for sure. It looked very strong at the finish of that race.
We'll pull up the official results. You can see he's won by a length. It looks like at the top of your picture that Spain's come in second, with Maurice Stewart being the top Australian.
Lots of leg drive. He looks very, very powerful.
Yeah, I'm number 1 today. He knows where the cameras are as well.
Yeah, going to be a good couple of days here for him at home.
Well, we're still going on the unofficial results, but they're calling it Pimenta first, Maurice Stewart second, and Sanchez third. We're not completely convinced about that,
Yeah,
but
we'll
we'll have to see in a couple of minutes. And looking down, Rodriguez, Van Couven, and Carey McDowell.